Hi everyone, this is question 2 from Unit 4 homework. So in this question we have a data set, x and y values for a scatter plot, and we need to figure out the equation of the best fit line, called a regression line as well, and then round each value to 2 decimal places. So, first steps first. I found a free site again that you can use if you're doing this at home instead of being required to use Minitab if you don't have it installed at home. So let's first use the Minitab because that's what most of you have. But if you don't, you can skip ahead to look at the GraphPad website just to see the easy steps there on how to do it. Okay, first things first, we need to select the data. Again, you can drag with your mouse when you put the cursor in front of the X and drag down. Or you can click in front of X and then hold down the Shift key. Don't let go of the click. Hold down the Shift key and then left click behind the 1 when your cursor turns. Uh-oh. Maybe that didn't work. Try that again. There we go. And if you hold down the Shift key, you select it all. However you do this, it's up to you. Again, Control-C to copy, or right-click and do copy. Alright, so now let's paste the data into Minitab. So again, I'm going to pick the cell right here under C1 because I did copy X and Y. That's my heading. And if I do paste, I can do Control-V. I can use the clipboard. However that works. Alright, so the directions say to use stat regression fitted line plot. So let's go to stat regression fitted line plot. And just make sure you have the correct variables. This should be pretty easy. Put the Y with Y. Put the X with X. So you have the predictor and the response. We call it explanatory in class. And click OK. Alright, so here's the equation. But we have to be very careful. If you notice, the X is at the right. So the way they wrote their format is y equals b plus mx. So they do y-intercept and then slope. Whereas the question wants you to have the slope first and then the y-intercept. So just swap the location of the numbers. So when you're typing this in for an answer, let me just move this over, and it's rounded to 2 decimal places, I would first put in the 0.26, and then over here I would put in the 7.03. So that gives you the slope, the number that's attached to the x, the number that's multiplying the x, the coefficient of x is the slope. So that's this number here. And then the second number, I had to round because it's 2 decimal places, and if I go to the 2, the 9 tells you to increase it by 1. Okay, so let's use that other technology really quick. So it's a website that I found. It's not the prettiest, but it should work. Hold on one second here. Alright, sorry, I had the wrong page set up, so I had to pause for a second. Alright, so what I'm going to do is click in this first cell and use my keyboard shortcut and do Control-V. Alright, if I do Control-V, it pastes in all the data. Again, I know X and Y is in the first data element, but it ignores it. And then all you got to do is press Calculate Now. And the 2 numbers that you want, oh, it didn't show my graph. Let me try that again, because it actually does show the graph sometimes, but sometimes, I don't know, it crashes. So let me enter the data again. I'll try this one more time. If it doesn't work, oh well. Calculate now. Yep, it didn't work. Alright, that's fine. So here are my 2 values. Here's the slope. Again, it's the same value as the one from Minitab. It's the one attached to the X. So you would put this in the first location, the first answer blank. And then the 7.03 you'd put in the second. So let me pull up that answer. So you can see where I put the numbers. Okay, the 026 and the 723. We don't go far enough in this class to actually talk about what this plus or minus is, but it's a confidence interval, which we'll learn later in this course. But we really don't analyze that in terms of lines and such. Alright, so I hope this video helps you with answering this question and makes it simple so that you don't technically have to have Minitab installed at home. Alright, good luck.